Hi there, cruise lovers! Welcome aboard TravelVibes, your go-to channel for real-world cruise wisdom and smart travel tips. If you're someone who loves waking up to ocean views, sipping coffee on the balcony, exploring exotic ports, or simply soaking up the peaceful rhythm of life at sea, you're in the right place. We get it. Cruising isn't just a vacation, it's a lifestyle. But even the most magical journey can come with a few money traps hidden beneath the surface. And today, we're uncovering them. Because here's the truth. Cruise lines are very good at making you feel like everything is included, until your onboard account says otherwise. So whether you're a veteran cruiser who knows their way around a Lido deck or you're planning your very first sail away, this video will show you exactly what to avoid. So you can cruise smarter, save more, and keep your trip focused on what really matters. If that sounds like your kind of voyage, tap that subscribe button and join the TravelVibes crew. We've got a cabin ready just for you. Ready to sail smart? Let's go. 1. Skip the Wi-Fi trap. Save big and stay sane. Let's kick things off with a classic ripoff that surprises almost every first-time cruiser. Cruise ship Wi-Fi. It might seem harmless to stay connected while sailing. After all, you want to post those gorgeous balcony selfies, check in on the kids, or maybe just keep up with work. But here's the catch. Onboard Wi-Fi often costs hundreds of dollars, and in return, you get slow, unreliable service that would make even dial-up blush. Many major cruise lines charge anywhere from $15 to $30 per day per device. And don't be fooled by labels like premium or high speed. Even with the most expensive package, streaming a single video can feel like waiting for a message in a bottle. Now, I get it. Staying connected feels important. But cruising is your chance to unplug, to breathe, to be fully present at sea. Studies show that digital detoxing, even for a few days, can lower stress and boost mood. Imagine that your mental health gets a vacation too. If you absolutely need to get online, here's a smarter way. Wait until you're in port. Most cafes, restaurants, and even some terminals offer free, fast Wi-Fi. It's a win-win. You stay connected and keep your wallet happy. Trust me, the ocean doesn't need Wi-Fi to be incredible. Neither do you. 2. The spa temptation. When relaxation gets too expensive. Now, let's talk about one of the most tempting parts of any cruise, the onboard spa. It's easy to get swept up in the idea of a hot stone massage with ocean views or a rejuvenating facial after a long day exploring. And honestly, who wouldn't want a little pampering? But here's the reality. Many cruise ship spa treatments come with sky-high prices, often $200 or more for just 1 hour, and that's before the automatic 18% gratuity or the surprise skincare upsell at the end. Here's something cruise lines don't advertise. The same massage, same oils, and same techniques on land, especially in port cities, can cost half as much, if not less. And many passengers don't realize that spas often offer steep discounts during port days when most guests are off exploring. That's your golden window to save. It's not about skipping self-care, it's about choosing smarter self-care. Because part of what makes cruising special is knowing you're treating yourself well, without overspending. After all, you didn't come on board to stress over spa bills. You came to relax, recharge, and maybe sip something fruity by the pool. So take that moment for yourself, but do it on your terms. 3. Flashy fun, fast costs. The truth about onboard thrills. All right, let's shift gears and talk about something that catches a lot of people off guard, those flashy thrill rides on board. We're talking roller coasters at sea, go-kart tracks, virtual reality games. Sounds amazing, right? And they are fun, for about 30 seconds. But here's the thing, some of these experiences can cost $15 to $20 per ride per person. Multiply that by a family of 4, and suddenly you've spent over $100 before dinner on just a few minutes of fun. Cruise lines have done a brilliant job marketing these as once-in-a-lifetime features. But in reality, many cruisers find the price doesn't match the experience, especially when the most memorable moments come from things that are already included. The good news? Cruise ships are packed with free entertainment that's just as satisfying. Think movie nights under the stars, poolside games, comedy shows, live music, and interactive trivia. These are the kinds of activities that bring people together, without swiping your cruise card. So if you're a traveler who loves excitement, go for it. But do it with intention. Set a small budget for paid attractions, enjoy them once, and spend the rest of your energy soaking up all the amazing fun that's already built into your fare. That's how smart cruisers play. 4. Excursion overload. Why convenience can cost you big. Now, let's talk about shore excursions, one of the most exciting parts of any cruise. There's something magical about stepping off the ship and diving into a brand new culture, tasting local foods, seeing natural wonders, or taking a once-in-a-lifetime tour. Cruise lines know this, so they offer a full menu of excursions you can book directly through them. Sounds easy, right? But here's what many first-time cruisers don't realize. These excursions often come with a 30 to 70% markup. You're not just paying for the activity, you're paying for the cruise line's middleman fee, bundled insurance, and a sense of convenience. And while that peace of mind is valuable, it may not always be worth the price. Here's the smarter move. Many travelers save big and still enjoy amazing experiences by booking with reputable third-party companies. Platforms like Viator, Shore Excursions Group, or Get Your Guide let you compare options, read real reviews, and often find the exact same tours offered on board for far less. Just one golden rule. Always double-check return times. Because while the cruise-sponsored tours will wait for you, the ship won't delay departure for independent travelers. So plan wisely, keep your eye on the clock, and you'll have a richer adventure without draining your travel fund. 5. Picture perfect. Maybe not the truth about cruise photos. Let's move on to something that sounds harmless but adds up quickly. Professional cruise photos. You've seen them. Friendly photographers greeting you at embarkation, snapping shots at dinner, or staging posed portraits with backdrops of tropical sunsets or fake pirate ships. And sure, it feels fun in the moment. But when you head to the photo gallery later, you might be surprised, because those printed pictures often cost $25 to $30 each, even if you only want a digital file. Now, for travelers who love capturing memories, it's easy to say yes without thinking twice, especially if you're celebrating something special like a honeymoon, anniversary, or first-time cruise. But here's the reality. Your phone camera today is better than many DSLRs from just a few years ago. You can take stunning photos with natural light, beautiful backgrounds, and your own style for free. If there's one particular shot you really love, go ahead and get it. Just one. Then share the digital file with your travel group. It's a simple way to preserve the moment without overspending, because cruising isn't about looking perfect in front of a backdrop. It's about living the moments you'll want to remember. And sometimes the best photo is the one you took when no one was posing. 6. The price of forgetting. Why convenience costs more at sea. Here's something that catches even experienced cruisers off guard. The cost of basic essentials from the onboard convenience store. Let's say you forgot sunscreen, or your toothpaste ran out. Maybe you're feeling a little seasick and need motion sickness meds. Simple items, right? But once you step into that little shop on deck, you'll realize quickly, those $4 essentials can now cost you $10, $15, even $20. And that's not because they're luxury versions. It's just supply, demand, and the fact that you're a captive audience in the middle of the ocean. Now, if you're the kind of traveler who loves being prepared, this part's easy. But even if you're more spontaneous, don't worry. A little pre-planning goes a long way. Just pack a small just-in-case pouch. Toss in a mini toothpaste, travel-size sunscreen, some ibuprofen, and a few motion sickness tablets or C-bands. They don't take up much space, and they could save you not only money but discomfort. Cruising is meant to feel carefree, but being ready for the little things means fewer interruptions, less spending, and more time soaking in the joy of being out at sea. Because, let's be honest, no one wants to overpay for toothpaste when that money could have gone toward a sunset cocktail instead. 7. Watered-down wallet. The hidden cost of staying hydrated. Now here's a surprise that even seasoned cruisers still shake their heads at: the price of bottled water on board. Staying hydrated is essential, especially when you're out in the sun, sipping cocktails by the pool or exploring ports under the tropical heat. But the moment you ask for a bottle of water on some cruise lines, you'll realize you're not just quenching your thirst, you're draining your budget. A single bottle might cost you over $3, and if you want a full case, brace yourself. Some ships charge up to $69 for a 24-pack. And yes, water is technically free at the buffet and dining rooms, but when you're on the go or lounging on deck, bottled water becomes an easy convenience, just not a cheap one. Here's the smarter move. Bring your own refillable water bottle, ideally one that's insulated to keep your drink cold in the sun. Most modern ships have filtered water stations that are perfectly safe to drink from and easy to find. And if you're part of a cruise line's loyalty program, check your perks. Some tiers include complimentary bottled water on embarkation day. Because saving on water doesn't mean sacrificing comfort. It just means being clever, so you can spend more on things that truly add joy to your journey. Like a local treat in port, or that extra excursion you were eyeing. 8. The costly click. Why onboard ATM fees add up fast? Let's talk about something that sounds small, but quietly chips away at your cruise budget. ATM fees at sea. Imagine this. You're on board, you realize you need a little cash, maybe for tipping, a quick souvenir, or that irresistible snack in port tomorrow. So you head to the ATM, swipe your card, and boom, $6.50 vanishes before you even touch a dollar. And that's just the cruise ship's fee. Your bank might tack on even more, especially for international withdrawals. Now, if you're the kind of cruiser who likes to plan ahead, this is easy to avoid. But even if you're a go-with-the-flow traveler, a little foresight goes a long way. The smart move is to bring a mix of small bills before boarding. Think 5s, 10s, and 1s. They're perfect for tips, markets, and small port purchases. You can also withdraw in port, where fees are usually lower. And if you cruise often, consider a travel-friendly debit card. Many offer zero foreign transaction fees and reimburse ATM charges. Because here's the thing, that money is better spent on memories than machine fees. Whether it's a sweet treat in Santorini or a handcrafted magnet in Cozumel, you deserve to keep more of what you brought. 9. Sip smart when drink packages drain more than they refresh. Now here's one of the most common traps that even experienced cruisers fall into. Drink packages that sound like a bargain, but often aren't. Cruise lines market these packages as all-inclusive luxury. Unlimited cocktails, specialty coffees, sparkling water, smoothies, you name it. And on the surface, it feels like a great way to relax without thinking about every drink. But unless you're sipping 6 to 10 drinks a day every single day, you might actually be paying more than you're consuming. Let's break it down. Some packages cost $70 or more per person per day. Multiply that over a 7-day cruise, and you're well over $500 per person. That's a lot of piña coladas. Unless you're planning to treat every sea day like spring break, it's worth asking, is it really worth it? The better approach? Do a little math. Think about your habits. If you mostly drink water, enjoy the occasional wine with dinner, or like just one specialty coffee in the morning, paying a la carte will almost always be cheaper. Also, check your cruise line's alcohol policy. Many allow you to bring one bottle of wine per adult on board. And if you're cruising with someone else, splitting a bottle in your cabin can feel just as indulgent, without the markup. Cruising should feel freeing, not like a race to drink your money's worth. So sip what you love, skip what you don't, and let your budget breathe as easily as the ocean breeze. 10. Health at sea, when a small ailment becomes a big bill. Let's move into something a bit more serious. Medical costs on board, which often catch travelers off guard. Cruise ships do have medical centers, and most are staffed with licensed doctors and nurses, ready to help with everything from seasickness to more urgent needs. But here's the part many don't realize. Your regular health insurance won't cover treatment at sea. Not even a basic consultation. And that quick visit to get anti-nausea meds or treat a minor injury? It could easily run into the hundreds of dollars. For travelers who enjoy cruising, especially those who prioritize comfort, security, and peace of mind, this is one area you definitely don't want to skip. The smart solution? Always cruise with travel insurance that includes medical coverage. Many policies are affordable and can save you a fortune in unexpected emergencies. On top of that, pack a small first aid kit with essentials, pain relievers, antihistamines, band-aids, cold meds, and of course, motion sickness relief. And remember, when it comes to seasickness, early action is everything. Taking preventative meds before the ship starts rocking is far more effective than trying to recover mid-journey. Because while the ocean brings beauty, it also brings motion, and you deserve to feel great while enjoying every wave. Stay prepared, and you'll cruise with more confidence and a lot less worry. 11. Gratuity surprises when all-inclusive isn't all that clear. Let's talk about something that catches many first-time cruisers off guard: gratuities that sneak into your bill without you noticing. Cruise lines often promote their trips as all-inclusive, but what many travelers don't realize is that automatic service charges are quietly added to your account each day. These can range from $14 to $20 per person per day, and by the end of a 7-day cruise, you might be staring at a few $100s in unexpected fees. Now, these gratuities aren't a scam. They go toward the hard-working crew members who make your experience smooth, clean, and joyful, from your cabin steward to your dining room staff. But the problem is in the surprise. No one wants to feel blindsided at the end of an otherwise relaxing trip. That's why it's so important to know your cruise line's gratuity policy up front. Some allow you to prepay, which not only helps you budget better, but avoids the stress later. Others let you adjust or opt out, so you can tip in person if that feels more personal and meaningful to you. For cruisers who value fairness, clarity, and being in control of their expenses, this small step makes a big difference. After all, gratitude should never feel like a fee. It should feel like a choice, and a thank you you're proud to give. 12. Silent signals, loud charges. How roaming fees sink your budget. Let's move on to something modern cruisers really need to watch out for: cell phone roaming charges at sea. We live in a connected world. It's second nature to check messages, scroll Instagram, or reply to a quick email. But here's the issue. If you forget to turn off roaming when your ship sets sail, you could come home to a shocking surprise. We're talking $300 or more for just a few minutes of data usage. That quick story upload? Not so harmless anymore. Cruise ships connect to maritime satellites, not land-based towers. And that means international roaming rates skyrocket, especially when you're mid-ocean. It's a common mistake, and even frequent travelers have fallen for it. The smart and simple fix is this: switch your phone to airplane mode the moment you board and keep it there. Use Wi-Fi instead. It's more predictable and usually included in package options. Also, download your cruise line's official app before you leave home. Most of these apps work offline or on the ship's internal network, letting you check daily schedules, make reservations, and message others on board without needing a data plan. For port days, consider using an international eSIM or prepaid data card if you need coverage ashore. You stay connected without the stress of surprise bills, and that's the kind of peace of mind every cruise deserves. 13. Clean clothes, dirty bill. The truth about cruise laundry costs. Here's one of the most overlooked cruise expenses that quietly adds up: laundry service fees on board. At first, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but once you need something cleaned mid-cruise, the numbers start to pile up fast. Think $3 for a single sock, $7 or more for a basic shirt, and don't even ask about pressing or dry cleaning. And unfortunately, not all ships offer self-service laundry rooms, especially on newer or more upscale vessels. Now, for those of us who love cruising light, this can feel limiting. But don't worry, there are smarter, simpler ways to stay fresh without blowing your budget. One trick is to pack lightweight, quick-dry clothing. These pieces rinse easily and air-dry overnight, especially if you bring a small travel bottle of detergent and a foldable drying line. Another strategy? Be realistic. It's okay to rewear outfits, especially in the casual, relaxed vibe of a cruise. No one's judging, it's not a red carpet, it's a ship on the sea. And here's a bonus tip. If your cruise has a laundry promo, like a flat-rate bag day, plan ahead and take advantage. Because smelling fresh shouldn't come at the cost of your next excursion. 14. Entertainment extras. When free shows come with a price tag. Now let's talk about one of the best parts of cruising: Onboard entertainment. From Broadway-style productions to dazzling acrobatic shows, cruise lines have truly stepped up their game. And yes, the good news is that most of this entertainment is included in your cruise fare. But here's the catch. While the shows are technically free, there's often a quiet push for paid extras, like premium seating, VIP lounge access, or photo packages with the cast. These little upgrades can sneak up fast, especially if you're cruising with family or attending multiple performances during your trip. For cruisers who love live music, theater, and performance art, this can feel like a tough choice. But here's a secret most cruise pros know: you don't need the upgrades to enjoy the show. Just arrive early. Many venues open seating 30-45 minutes before curtain time. That's your chance to grab a great seat. No extra charge, no pressure. And if the big production isn't your thing, explore the ship's smaller entertainment gems. There's often live jazz in the atrium, karaoke with ocean views, or even movies under the stars on the pool deck. Because the magic of cruising isn't found in a VIP section. It's found in the freedom to choose your own moments, big or small, and enjoy them fully, just as they are. 15. Embarkation Day. Deals. Why rushing to buy might cost you more. Let's wrap up with something that happens within minutes of stepping on board. The sales pitch frenzy on Embarkation Day. You've just boarded, you're excited, maybe still holding your welcome drink, and suddenly you're surrounded. Special spa offers, limited-time drink upgrades, one-day-only specialty dining deals. It feels like everything's urgent, and if you don't book now, you'll miss out. But here's the truth. Most of these offers stick around all week, and in some cases, they actually get better mid-cruise when demand dips. Cruise lines know you're most willing to spend when you first board, and they lean into that emotion. So for travelers who love soaking up every moment, here's the better strategy. Take your time. Explore the ship first. Settle into your cabin. Walk the decks. Get a feel for the vibe. Then, once you know what you truly want to experience, you can make more confident choices without the pressure. Some of the best spa deals, for example, appear on port days when fewer people are on board. And specialty restaurants often run midweek promotions to fill empty tables. Remember, this is your vacation. You're not here to race through choices. You're here to enjoy every wave, every meal, and every sunset at your own pace. Cruising is still one of the most affordable and magical ways to see the world. Sunsets at sea, new cultures each morning, and memories that stay with you long after you return home. But that magic? It shines brightest when you spend wisely. So as you plan your next voyage, don't just pack your suitcase, pack your awareness. Because you're not just a guest on board. You're a savvy traveler in a floating city designed to tempt you at every turn. Sail with curiosity, with clarity, with confidence. If this video helped you feel even a little more cruise ready, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to TravelVibes for more practical tips, smart insights, and real-world advice every single week. And now it's your turn. Which of these cruise ripoffs surprised you the most? Or do you have a money-saving cruise hack to share? Drop it in the comments. We're all here to learn from each other. Until next time, bon voyage, and may every dollar you spend lead to memories, not regrets.